All right, this is XM Studios Gambit statue, premium collectible. Got this from Todd Johnson at Speculative Fiction. This is a great statue. I always say this is a great statue because that's the first thing you notice. I'll show you some close-ups. It's a great facial sculpt. It's not painted as well. It's a great paint job. The eyes are awesome, but it's not as good as some customs. Like my Wolverine, you can't really see it as well, the face, but this is a custom paint job. There's different shades of just his flesh color here, glossy tongue, the eyes are just, it's more detailed. But as you can see, this is just like one color, but there is the stubble and his eyebrows, but it's a fantastic paint job. Here is the energy arc where he's shooting cards. They're going to replace this. It's going to take, I think, till next year or another year. In the production photos, the arc went more out so you could see his face better. So, because like this, you know, it's not a great position. I'm actually redoing this video because I shot it like this vertically before, so that's dumb. This is a great base, small, great for room. It has a great paint job. They made it brighter. You can see, let me move this statue a little bit. On these thrusters, the Sentinel Thrusters, they shaded it from blue to orange, even copper in there, which is really incredible. I can't believe these things are hand painted. It's absolutely amazing. I think XM is, I would never buy a non-XM piece because space is limited, so you want only the best, you know? It's not like buying a car where you want the best value so you can get the most from a car. Wait, you wouldn't buy more than one of a car. But imagine something that you bought a lot of, like toothpaste. But then again, you want high quality toothpaste. Look, I'm not witty enough to think of a metaphor right now, especially since I'm shooting this. But if you have a certain amount of space, you want the highest quality because you run out of space. And I think one of the biggest things with XM that the difference is the base. XM always has fantastic bases, and Sideshow really doesn't do that much. So you can see the metal of his boots. And there's little, one second, let me see if I can move this light. There's little, the staff is metal. There are little cracks in the metallic boots. There's a whole bunch of these like little wires you plug in. So yeah, there's going to be the new energy arc. So basically, I think that there's a better way to rate statues. I think this is the way to rate statues. This is how you do it. So you take, everyone's a 1 to 10. You take Sculpt 1 to 10, which is like the pose. You make a paint job 1 to 10. Base 1 to 10, detail 1 to 10. Then you take your own opinion, like based on the character that you like or whatever it is. Then you could check off if it's cheap materials, like they use in a lot of Sideshow pieces, like Skeletor and Arthas and a whole bunch of other ones. And XM always uses all statue materials, you know, like polyresin and cold cast porcelain and real metal. Some like the Sideshow Arthas was made of like this cheap plastic. It was disgusting. It wasn't a statue. And the other thing you could look for is factory mess ups. Like the Arthas had a piece of the cloak, his cloak messed up, like Batman Premium Format, the first one by Sideshow, under his arm. And then you take those top 5 and you make a total score, and I did this before because I messed up and I gave this a 96. So the sculpt, it's a kind of a museum sculpt. It has a 1 foot up. And that is a typical museum. I don't know why they think we like 1 foot up so much. I think they're going a little crazy, and I think people are retarded with On a Throne. I don't understand what goes on that everyone needs an On a Throne statue. It's absolutely retarded, I think. I mean, I don't get it. What is a throne? Why? I've seen Namor on a throne, like Sinister on a throne customs, Aquaman on a throne, Hulk on a throne, Magneto on a throne, Apocalypse on a throne, Green Lantern on a throne, Batman on a throne, like Doctor Doom on, like, God damn it, like, Jesus Christ, man, there's enough thrones. You can see the almost iridescent blue there. So as for pose for the statue, a lot of them are just 1 foot up, but this one is a little bit more dynamic. The cards are going in the arc with his body, and he's a bit twisted. So I would give this an 8 out of 10 for pose. It's very good. Pose or Sculpt. They don't, factory like Sideshow and XM, they don't want to take out on a limb and do a crazy pose like this Wolverine, because they want a pose that'll definitely please everyone, and this people could hate. But it's a very good pose. So this I would give a 10 out of 10. Same thing with like the Spawn pose, like he's standing straight up. And you rarely have that in any statue. So he's just standing straight, but this is the 1 foot up. So, whatever. It's a commercial pose, so 8 out of 10. So the paint job in this, paint jobs are usually better on a quality custom if you get one of the first ones out. So paint job, 10 out of 10. You can see the shading in between the cracks, his creases. The legs have different shades of blue. The paint job, this is nice along his leg. It's a metallic paint job. It looks different for his boots. That's really nice. It has some like shine to it too. And these look incredible. The paint job, I can't believe it said these are hand painted. Let me see if I can move this a little bit. Jesus, this is kind of a delicate piece. So yeah. So then the base, which I think is another important one. The base, for its size, it's perfect. It's great. It goes with the other ones. It's got the paint of the awesome thrusters, and it looks so cool. The purplish paint on there, and the iridescent blue, and the paint job on the face is really good with the red eyes, glowing, beaming red eyes. The lips are painted nicely. There's some stubble. It's very good. And then we would go to detail. I would include with like the how good the face is sculpted. Because that's not part of the sculpt of the body, but if it's the face is messed up, that'd be part of detail, but I think. But if you see the faces, it's sculpted very nicely, with his mouth, and his nose looks great with nostrils, and the little, he looks a little bit older. He's got some crow's feet a little bit. And then detail, the texturing of the purple. The texturing used to be even better of the arc because it was semi-translucent, but that wasn't really painting. I don't know where that would fall. And so more detail, you can see the trench coat, the fabric there. In detail, you could see the texturing of his coat. You can see the little X-Men buttons. His hair, I believe, is 2 shades. You could even see, here's more X-Men buttons. Around the back, you could see the flying strap of the belt. The X-Men buttons. Talk about detail. Look at these cards, man. Like, it's incredible when they do the king. The ace, you can't give that less than a 10 of a 10 detail. And then my own opinion is I like Gambit. I'm not a big comic book reader, but he seems like a super cool character. I love the outfit. I love how cool it is that the charges he's throwing the energy charged cards, and the face looks great, especially with the eyes. So my own opinion, what I think of this piece is I give it a 10 out of 10. That's just my overall opinion of looking at the piece. So if you take that, does it have cheap materials? No, it's all like cold cast porcelain or resin. Does it have a factory mess up? It actually does. From the energy arc, which is a little bit not what they said was going to come out. It's different, but they are fixing it. So that's gonna not really be an issue for me. I mean, I just have to wait. And then my own opinion, 10. I love the colors. I love Gambit. Yeah, I said, and then factory mess ups. There is one. So then my total score of 1 to 50 is a 48 out of 50. So 96%. That's what I would give this statue. So let me move them around a little bit more. So this is probably one of my grail pieces. I always say that. Let's see. Yeah, so great statue. I hope it gave you some good angles, some good shots. Yeah, or his ears. Here's more of the trench coat. His hands have cuticles, I think, but very well painted, very well sculpted nails. Here's the thruster. There's all little scratch marks. There's scratch marks on his boots. There's scrapes. Really fantastic. They made this base a lot better than they did in the pieces, the exhibition pieces at like Singapore Toy Game, STGCC. So yeah, I've been waiting over 2 years for this puppy to come out. It's probably the longest I've ever waited for a statue. Let me see if there's any more angles I could show you him in. There. And there. So, okay. Hope this video perhaps helped you a little bit in checking out a piece. This isn't the best lighting. I got a new light for my room today. My old light broke. I almost killed myself by impaling myself with shards of broken glass. But now I have this light. Yeah, I got the arc light. Okay, and this is my collection. It's not much of a collection, it's just a few statues, and I've actually had 75 statues in total that I've ever owned, and then on top of that, action figures. So goddamn, I've owned 75 statues. Whew. All right, peace out.